Manipur reports one COVID-19 death and 128 new confirmed cases in last 24-hour, rising states tally above 11,000 mark. Screening of outsiders at COVID-19. The screening booth in Jiribam's Babupara on hold due to ceased work strike by outsourced staff. And India's confirmed COVID-19 cases crossed 63 lakh with over 86,000 new cases in last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 98,678. A very good evening to you all. I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM presenting you the prime-time English bulletin. Now let's begin our bulletin with the top stories of today. Manipur reported 128 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 and one death in the last 24 hours. As per State Health Department and COVID Command Control Room, the press release at 5 p.m. today, Manipur's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 11,111, of which 2,402 are active cases. In the last 24 hours, coronavirus infected 50-year-old men from Thoubal district passed away at Jenims. With this, death toll has reached 68. On the positive note, 181 people were discharged in the past 24 hours and recovered cases have reached 8,641. State's recovery rate stands at 77.76%. Out of the newly infected persons, 112 are from the general population and 16 are personnel of a Central Armed Police Force. Newly infected persons from the general population are 40 from Imphal West District, 18 from Tamenglong, 16 from None, 13 from Imphal East, 5 from Thoubal, 4 each from Churachandpur, Vishnupur and Ukhrul District, 2 each from Kakching, Jiribam and Senapati District and 1 each from the Technopol and Chandel districts. 7 persons out of the general population from Imphal East are returnees from other states, while the rest are local without any significant travel history. They are being shifted to COVID care facilities and necessary measures are underway. Screening of outsiders are on hold at COVID-19 screening booth in Jiribam's Babupara due to ceased work strike by outsourced staff. People coming from Assam were stranded owing to the same this morning. Eventually, security personnel screened them using infrared thermometer. Chief Medical Officer of Jiribam District, Dr. E.O. Kendro, said Health Department officials along with 6 outsourced staff used to work at the screening booth, but now they are on 10th days of ceased work strike since yesterday, demanding to pay them befitted honorarium. Normalcy is gradually returning in colleges of Manipur after months of closure owing to the COVID-19 related nationwide lockdown. Impact News came across students of many colleges in the Imphal city seeking guidance from their teachers for assignments and admission process going on, even though normal classes are yet to be resumed. Despite the worsening condition of COVID-19 pandemic in the state, college students have expressed desire for resumption of normal classes by following COVID-19 SOPs to save their career lives.
Imano me pullaga de college ka khotna laglai sugi mangal kitang phangaroi na khalam mane ko ado smana laglai sugi ma kitang phang ko khoi sada yamna haraw film phawje han dagi ju dum naringai manung ju kuina karak tramina kaning muju phawe du
college de do kaning mabudi phawe
academic career gi matungina khoi session hawbase marom du di pamjai adu hojisik leiba ꯂꯩꯅ ꯂꯩꯆꯠꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯐꯤꯕꯝꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯨꯡ ꯏꯟꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯃꯔꯣꯝꯗꯗꯤ ꯈꯤꯇꯪꯗꯤ ꯊꯦꯡꯊꯍꯟꯅꯤꯡꯉꯦꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯩ
ꯀꯣꯂꯦꯖꯇꯤ ꯀꯥꯅꯤꯡꯉꯦꯕ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯤꯛꯁꯤ ꯇꯝꯗꯕ ꯌꯥꯗꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯇꯨꯡꯒꯤ ꯑꯁꯥ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯁꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯒ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯂꯩꯅꯥꯗꯤ ꯁꯤ ꯈꯛꯇꯪ ꯅꯠꯇꯅ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯥꯛꯈꯤꯅꯤ ꯂꯩꯅꯥ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯊꯦꯡꯅꯔꯒ ꯃꯥꯌꯣꯛꯅꯔꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯦꯔꯤꯌꯔ ꯁꯦꯝꯗꯕ ꯌꯥꯗꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗꯤ ꯑꯃꯔꯣꯝꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗꯁꯨ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩꯔꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯒꯤꯁꯨ ꯈꯜꯂꯒ ꯒꯣꯔꯃꯦꯟꯅ ꯄꯤꯔꯤꯕ ꯔꯨꯜ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯔꯤꯒꯨꯂꯦꯁꯟ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ SOP ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯁꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯄꯨꯂꯞ ꯉꯥꯛꯑꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯄꯨꯟꯅ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯤꯛꯁꯦ ꯇꯝꯅꯕ ꯍꯧꯔꯁꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯋꯥꯐꯝ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯇꯝ
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ SOP ꯑꯃ ꯒꯥꯏꯗꯂꯥꯏꯟ ꯑꯃ ꯁꯦꯝꯕꯤꯔꯒ ꯀꯥꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯈꯨꯗꯣꯡ ꯆꯥꯒꯗ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ
ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯣꯂꯦꯖꯁꯤ ꯇꯉꯥꯏ ꯐꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯣꯂꯦꯖ ꯀꯥꯕꯗꯤ ꯍꯧꯅꯤꯡꯉꯦ ꯇꯧꯕꯇꯕꯨ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯣꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯗꯤꯁꯇꯦꯟꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯕ ꯑꯦꯔꯦꯟꯖꯃꯦꯟ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯑꯃ ꯁꯦꯝꯃꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯣꯂꯦꯖꯁꯤ ꯑꯃꯨꯛꯀ ꯍꯟꯅ ꯀꯥꯕꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯥꯟꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯇꯧꯍꯟꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤ.
On the other hand, the college teachers appealed to the government to consider the prevailing conditions before reopening of educational institutions, even though the health minister in its Unlock 5 guidelines gave the honors for the same to respective state government. Teachers said they heartily welcomed resumption of normal class, however, expressed concern that normal classes may not be feasible utilizing the existing infrastructure as the COVID-19 SOPs have to be followed. They appealed to consult experts before deciding to reopen educational institutions.
Second semester ka fourth semester ka si parikha si university na parikha SS tawraroi aduga internal assessment dagi mark to count tawraga university gi parikha si haidokani second semester fourth semester haidokani tapire pudagi akoina ngasi dagi hauraga second semester ka fourth semester internal assessment si assignment gi bawda pira gang sing da tawhalaga university yawna hona jaba adu activity to tawjari
hangbadi hanganninge ngasagi angangsingsisu moya mayumda sumlebine college karaga kai khar assignment pi bakhtna si yade college kadramnina ba adu hanganningai moti aina di thamjening
government na lebakpa decision na khoi di inbata bane ba ko adu bo di hojiki leiriba condition si da khitang kupna yengbam changi ko adi nong gi phim hengalai bani COVID-19 na bagi case jar jar ising jawn hengalai
angang khai si chahi mangi na pakhat pa aduna tawda su yada ba ade akhoi ju ki na dum angang mark su tare mark su punu ena ki ba khoi ju
tawda ba su yada ba tangai phada ba oire dana ko maru semester overlap su tawdorim ne ba si ta hodraga de aduga ngasai gi akhoi su dum angang sing de SOP se nga aga taw kholu na bujiang kana budi tawri
na khoi gi leba infrastructure sing siga intake capacity enroll to student masing siga hanagi leiriba fium duda ikhoina karigumba class continue tawragadi khoina thoning-daba haidi leiriba pandemic si masi control tawbugi mahuta hena khoina cheksel hogdaba taragadi hena pak chawthorpusu yai.
Congress MLA of Thangmaiban constituency Kumukcham Joykishant has urged the state government and CEO Manipur to come up with a specific COVID-19 related SOPs for the upcoming by-elections to be held in Lilong and Wangjing Tentha Assembly constituency on 7th of November. Speaking to media at Khuyathong today, MLA Joykishant said surging cases of coronavirus infection among locals who have no travel history clearly shows that community transmission of coronavirus is prevalent in Manipur. MLA Joykishant condemned the ECI for announcing by-polls date for the two constituency amid the pandemic. He also appealed to CAF and PD minister to address the skyrocketing prices of essential commodities amid the pandemic by taking necessary price control measures. MLA Joykishant called for reopening of Khairamban market by following a specific COVID-19 related SOPs as the closure of the market for a long time has greatly affected livelihood of many vendors. The MLA further urged PWD and various other departments to materialize old work programs for which they have already issued tender for 2019-2020.
Election to safe oire Miam Pundra Kai Haragati, Manipur gi Kwaidagi, Rakar Oriva, Aduga Ima Wilson, Suya Wadiba, Imaka Hills, Hango, Imaka tell Hango for the day Damas oil, Madugitohan, SOP, Masiamaga, Government gi, Sigi, Department gi Mushinga, Aya Unazage, Aduga Ima, Katil gi, Representative Yauraga, Ay, Kamina Polio, the gate of Hoshidok Sage, Adu Hamanzi. Masi, Tongan the country sing the vegetable vendors, Kamai Famigate, Paziki, Adam Facebook, Instagram, but don't khudang to look under one name. Machine Manipur apply to Madam da. Hen of who again.
Shop owners at Thangal Market Gully have appealed to the government to let them open shops by strictly following COVID-19 related SOPs on rotation basis as allowed in Pauna and the Thangal markets. Speaking to media and Impact News, shop owners said they are unable to pay rents for their shops as they are not earning anything due to closure of the market since the imposition of nationwide lockdown. They added that their salesmen are also struggling with their livelihoods.
Ekoi Thangal Bazar gi gali singda sanali kon yonba dukan sing March tan kun matoi dagi hojik phawat thatar khara henba asi khangba yadana lagli dukan sing asi da yanglaba staff mayam ama dukan mapu ga loina na thabak tori staff sing su dukan dagi phanglaba paisa kharaduna imu manu puri bani adugi su mathakta dukan bara singi achogo problem ama su mayoknari gali si da punjari ba dukan sing asigi hingbagi jibika oiba lambi asi paliba sarkar asina athuba matamda khangba yanaba sibiu haina dukan punjari ba sinda sarkar puri singjari.
Celine Digital has felicitated media persons who have recovered from COVID-19. The recovered COVID-19 warriors are ISTV star Priya Lakshmi Langpok Lakpam and Imomacha Haishnam and Tom TV star Luching Luang and Lawrence Chakalambam. Celine Digital named them Manipur gi Imagi Athoba Mapari and Manipur Imagi Athobi Mamomlond. Producer of Celine Distilled Fanjoband Lanajid loaded media persons for all its roles amid the pandemic. People's Task Force for COVID-19, Indian Red Cross Society, Manipur State Branch, Indian Medical Association IMA and Association for Healthcare Providers of India AHPI have jointly carried out a awareness program on COVID-19 at Phungdongbam, Laibung. Researchers persons demonstrated a proper technique of hand washing, mask wearing and physical distancing. Renowned Nat Sankirtan singer Eld Lakpati has appealed to the authorities concerned to provide a source of income for retired senior artists who once took major roles in promoting Nat Sankirtan art form. Speaking exclusively to Impact News at his residence in Kwakaitheld, Nganapithong, Eld Lakpati expressed disappointment at the lack of any welfare initiative till date despite assurance given by Chief Minister Nongthuam Birend. He also expressed worry that Nat Sankirtan art form is losing its fame. He said one does not get proper jobs even after studying the art form for 9 long years, leading to its declined popularity. He encouraged aspirants of the art form not to disheartened as the true value of Nat Sankirtan is sacrifice and not earning money.
Moji hingnaba tawding yang wana hingi hingnaba moy kamai torga hen pibna taba hingnaba gi thamhaningeba hingnabadi mai punchidu wana tanjane imne dagi hojik samna hada alora sakwa namaktre mi ne chatpa namaktre ko adai kaw khalai mathang me to lakte smai to kandudi nirmel to gat phangdirdi masa masudi afaba yaw phatam yaw ko adugi naina sahi Kunga tere churanta ka guru kiton tori mayam sigi all jagi. Hey ba muksho duda Hindustan na tawriba smanium sumna scan karino tan karino rasa karino ro timjilaga sakadanga do chora ki jidama do portan torega koi guru ta pakshan chakwa jidi anatte ado koi Manipur da culture sabri yunge haini dina apali asong kanuna official sina es official aso songina adu thabukta di somdadi hingum tawe.
Social Welfare and Mahut Minister Okram Henry has extended heartiest greeting to people of the state, especially the senior citizens, on the occasion of International Day of Older Persons 2020. The day is being observed worldwide on the themed pandemics. Do we change how we address age and easing, with an objective to focus on the well-being and special needs of the elderly people and to improve their living conditions. In his message, the minister appealed to take necessary steps to protect and care elderly persons who are most at risk amid the COVID-19 pandemic. He also called upon everyone to take pledge to build a better and caring society for older persons by sharing love, care and empathy. Health Supervisor of Lilong PHC, Wairokpam Hemabati, presented souls to inmates of IRDO-run old age home at Wangbuld on the occasion of International Day of the Older Persons 2020 today. Speaking on the sideline, Hemabati said International Day of the Older Persons is observed every year on 1st of October to highlight the important contributions that older people make to society and to raise awareness of their special needs. District Social Welfare Officer Vishnupur also observed International Day of Older Peoples 2020 today. Clothes and edibles were distributed to inmates of the old age home at Naikong Kulend, Mayai Laikai, Naren Sena Old Age Home and Senior Citizens Old Age Home at the Kumbi Terakong Lamlong. NCD client CHC Wangoi also observed International Day of Older Persons at the Old Age Home of Mongsangay. MO in charge of CHC Wangoi, Dr. N. Shushila, Senior MO Dr. Chandrakala and physiotherapist Dr. Millie spoke as resource persons in the event. Chair exercises were demonstrated and also raised awareness on COVID-19 to the inmates. CPI Manipur Secretary L. Sotin Kumar, CPIM Secretary S. Sarat and Ekta Parisat Manipur President A. Rishi have gone on hunger strike from today in solidarity. The Gandhian Collective India's relay hunger strike launched from June 5 till 2nd of October this year to protect farmers' rights. They will carry out hunger strike till tomorrow and stage a sit-in at Sanjanband Santipur in Imphal East District. Communist Party of India has condemned the lathi charge carried out by UP police when Congress leaders Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi along with other supporters tried to meet the raped victim Hathras family. Members of the Maira Paibi group and 8 local clubs along the Ithai Barrage have carried out a protest demonstration demanding NHPC to stop the construction of the 4 remote sensor gates at the main road of the barrage. Local clubs in Maira Paibi group of Ithai, Laikong, Warukok, Ithai Kuno and Nongmai Kong took part in the protest meet staged at Ithai Barrage Community Hall. A protester said building gates on the main road will bring inconvenience to commuters. She appealed to stop the same. People carried out protest demonstration at Taubalt Mela grounds demanding to nab the culprits involved in the hit and run case of the Vaikomd Vidyasur from Taubalt Bamolaikai, who is in a critical condition and undergoing treatment at Raj Medicity in Imphal. Taking part in the protest, Vidyasur's sister said that Taubalt District Police has failed to keep its assurance to arrest culprits in a couple of days. She also appealed to Chief Minister Nongthorn Birain to look into the case. It may be recalled that Vidyashore was hit by one DI Tata in front of HDFC Bank in Taubalt, Athokpam at around 8:30 p.m. on 2nd of September. Manipuri diasporas in Assam carried out protest demonstration today in front of Silchur's Khudiram statue demanding to enlist Manipuri as associate official language of Assam. The protest meet was jointly carried out by members and volunteers of Manipuri Youth Front of Assam MYFA, Women Action Committee for Village Protection Assam Manipuri, Maira Paibi Apun Balup, All Assam Manipuri Students Union, Assam Manipuri Muslim Youth Front, Manipuri Muslim Development Organization, Assam, All Assam Manipuri Muslim Students Union, All Assam Manipuri Muslim Maira Paibi Lupt, Nongind NGO, Yaifa Liching Club, Yaifa Lupt, All Assam Manipuri Maira Paibi Coordination Committee and various other Assam-based CSOs. Taking part in the protest, MYFA General Secretary warned of carrying out their agitation until Manipuri is enlisted as associate official language of Assam under Article 347 of the Indian Constitution. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Panthoibi Group presents Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited, regulated by RBI, has completed its 15 years of service, having 13 branches including Guwahati. Provides subsidized home loan under PMAY CLSS Housing for All by 2022 mission. Panthoibi Microfin deals in microfinance. Panthoibi Nidhi Limited provides loans against fixed deposit and properties. Panthoibi Construction booking is going on for flats, villas, row house. For more details, kindly contact Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited and its subsidiary group of companies. Uripoktorang Mamlekay, Imphal.
Supermarket. Contact of View, Smart Industries, Lampel Supermarket.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. India's COVID-19 case lot went past 63 lakh with 86,821 people testing positive in a day. On the positive note, India's total recovery has crossed 52,73,000 and national recovery rate stands at 83.53%. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, that toll has climbed to 98,678 and active COVID-19 cases are above 94 lakh in the last 24 hours. Maharashtra is still on top with over 2,59,000 active cases of COVID-19. According to Indian Council of Medical Research, during the last 24 hours, more than 14,23,000 tests were conducted. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 3 crore 41 lakh people. Above 1 crore 18,000 people have died and recoveries are above 2 crore 54 lakh. United States of America is on top with more than 25 lakh 35,000 active cases of COVID-19, followed by India and Brazil. Repair of the 2-kilometer stretch of Langmai-Thet of Thokchom Road in the Hairok constituency of Thoubal district begins today under the initiative of MLA Dr. Thokchom Radisham. An important road for the villagers of Langmai-Thet leading to Thoubal Bazaar and other areas has been laying in a deplorable condition for quite some time now, and the recent heavy rain have worsened its condition. Potholes on the Jiri-Tipaimuk road from the Kunjabon Thong to Chingdong Leikai in Jiribamd were filled up today. The road was carried out under the initiative of Vice Chairman of the Manipur Food Industries Corporation Limited, K. Sarat Kumar. Speaking on the sideline, K. Sarat Kumar said he took the initiative to repair the 2-kilometer stretch of the road as it was in a deplorable condition for a long time, bringing much inconvenience to people plying on the road.
Kaire satpe yadre adu masisu athuba matamda couple of days masi nongmani ni sigi manunga masigil kair bisle bse haijil le haraga kamato karam na tawde ke haibadu PWD ke engineer sing tang hum da lakane na tai mokoi la aba matungda mato karam na koi diversion ma piraga cover se haijil laga mage sumna chaliba gari sing aduga leiriba miyam gi khudung thiba awaba ke ado kamato karam na ko kadege haibado adu masoi koi yamna thona pangthok saragani.
Farmers Association of Nongzai Khong Sambrumd Lokold have repaired the road leading to Nongzai Khong Sambrumd Lokold. One of the most important roads in the area has been reportedly left ignored by the local MLA and concerned authorities for a long time. Member of the Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee, Narem Kobit, sponsored all materials required for repairing the road. Mass vaccination drive for animals under National Animal Disease Control Program will begin on 5th of October. Director of the Veterinary and Animal Husbandry Department, Dr. H. Chauba, has appealed to extend cooperation in keeping animals healthy. Speaking to media at the department's office in Sanjantong today, Dr. H. Chauba said vaccination drive to prevent foot and mouth diseases and brucellosis among domesticated animals will launch for the first phase for 2020-2021 on 5th of October. He added that altogether 2,54,000 animals will be vaccinated for foot and mouth disease and 43,000 calves will be vaccinated for brucellosis. Dr. H. Chauba said that matured animals can be cured for the foot and mouth disease with treatment, but it is deadly for newborn animals. He also clarified that the disease does not spread to humans. While brucellosis is a more serious disease as newborn animals died and people who consumed milk from animals suffering from the disease can become infertile, especially among males. The director said air tag will be given to vaccinated animals for identification and blood samples will be taken twice from the animals randomly to check the effectiveness of the vaccine. He appealed to local clubs, panchayat-level members and especially farmers to extend their support.
Prime Minister Mission Mota project ama launch to we use masi mapungoi pa miyeng si laina anini laina amana foot and mouth disease machin marai makhong na ba adumaina koina anaba si khangne ani suba anaba sina brucellosis haiba anaba ni brucellosis haiba sina hojiki mahik se sangraba kanda bacteria se sangra kanda masa se lai setpa na khragadi laing busungam draba adum mapunsi supa mahik se dum lai doro pasan singsida foot and mouth disease di miyoibada longnati zoonotic disease hoite brucellosis haiba sidi ekoi miyoibadu su longne communicable hoy masigi mahik si miyoibada um sangragadi nipada oiragadi important oiba masa poktaba punsi supa manghan ba aduna yam maru oiba laina mo oi project sigi maru oiba AMC 2025 phawbada laina ni si sasandagi koi control tawraga 2030 da countries dagi totally eradicate tawba haiba sigi project si makhasida National Animal Disease Control Program si masi objective ni sigi aim ni.
One-day community awareness session on the vector-borne disease organized by District Malaria Office Vishnupur and the CHC Nambol was held today at Kongkhamd Awang Community Hall. DMO Dr. T.H. Navakeshwar and the Supervisor M. Dinesh Chandra spoke as resource person in the session held as a part of a series of awareness programs being organized under District Health Society and National Vector-Borne Disease Control Program in various parts of the state. Disinfected mosquito nets were distributed on the occasion. Governor Dr. Najma Hamdullah has conveyed her best wishes to the people of the state on the occasion of Gandhi Jayanti. The birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi is observed as National Cleanliness Day nationwide. She appealed to all to keep one's surrounding neat and clean. Chief Minister Nongthomen Birane has conveyed his best wishes to people of the state on the occasion of the Gandhi Jayanti, the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, which falls on 2nd of October. In his message, the Chief Minister said, nation observes Gandhi Jayanti as National Cleanliness Day. He said Gandhiji was an apostle of non-violence, equality, harmonious coexistence, mutual respect and religious tolerance. And Birane called upon everyone to always remember Gandhiji's thought and action in facing and addressing the challenges that confront us. Speaker of Manipur Legislative Assembly, Yumnam Khemchan, has also conveyed his best wishes to people of the state on the occasion of Gandhi Jayanti. In his message, he said the day is celebrated as a Cleanliness Day and appealed to keep one's surrounding neat and clean. Social Welfare and Mahut Minister Okram Henry has also extended heartiest greetings on the occasion of Gandhi Jayanti, which falls on 2nd of October. In his message, the minister said International Day of Non-Violence is being observed by all member states of the United Nations every year on 2nd October in recognition of Gandhiji's philosophy of non-violence. Works Minister Thongam Vishwarjit has also conveyed his best wishes to people of the state on the occasions of 152nd birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. In his message, the minister said Mahatma Gandhi was the pioneer of the truth and non-violence who started the Satyagraha movement for India's freedom. He urged all to imbibe Mahatma Gandhi's virtue of non-violence, tolerance and humanism to usher in a new era of hope and prosperity for all. Government has appointed Furailatpam Manibabu as the chairperson of the Manipur Commission for Protection of Child Right (MCPCR). The newly appointed chairperson joined the office from today. Now the news from the world of sports. Youth Club cum Information Center YCCIC Kontha Ahalub accorded a warm welcome to President of Hockey India Gyanendra Ningomba at Ibudho Marging Ground Kontha Ahalub today. Pradhans of Laifam Kuno GP Eld Firoja, President of the Manipur Hockey Vasudev, the General Secretary, and Nikend, Joint Secretary of the Hockey India PH Nimolata, and officials of the Manipur Hockey and YCCIC attended the event. Speaking on the occasion, Gyanendra Ningomba appealed to extend cooperation and nurturing good sportspersons, stating that 6 hockey players from Manipur have taken part in Olympic Games so far. He said district associations will be formed in all the 16th district of Manipur to nurture hockey players.
Devi Karibamana, Wagi junior level, the best goalkeeper, Manako Pankra, Europe and the son of it. Otherwise, the Olympic captain will be Suzalata, sorry, Suzilatan, Mokai is you, Yoriman. I go ye, Handaki can also the Karimba, called Isura San Yom Somoku, Nayatana, the Hotang Fana, the Regati Moishu, Yoba, Ibasima Koda, Sam Munda.
Four players have been transferred as part of inter-club transfer for 2020-2021 and the Imphal West District Football Association so far. 1 player from the PYA Kairang and 3 players from the BSU Kairao have been transferred to UPAA Kiamgai. Press release from the association said interclub transfer process of District Sports Association and District Football Association of Manipur under Old Manipur Football Association will continue till 3rd of October. 109th Battalion CRPF Mongsangai held Fit India Freedom Run today. CRPF Manipur and Nagaland Sector IGP Randeep Datta, international boxer Sarita, international footballer Obembem and top officials of CRPF attended the event held at the battalion. CRPF personnel run through Mongsangai area. Spain's Rafael Nadal, who is aiming to bag his 20th Grand Slam, has entered the third round of 124th France Open Tennis Championship. In the second round of the men's singles played at the Stade Ronald Garros clay court in Paris, Rafael Nadal has thrashed Mackenzie McDonald 6-1, 6-0, 6-3. Austria's Dominic Thiem has defeated USA's Jack Schock 6-1, 6-3, 7-6, 8-6, and German's Alexander Zverev has defeated Hugo Harbert of France 2-6, 6-4, 7-6, 7-5, 4-6, 6-3. While in the second round of women's singles, USA's Serena Williams backed off from the match due to her health condition, and her opponent, Bulgaria's Vitana Pironkova, was declared winner. Romania's Simona Halep has defeated Romania's Irina Bagu 6-3, 6-4, and Italy's Martinez Trevisan has defeated USA's Coco Gauff 4-6, 6-2, 7-5 to enter the third round. Subsequent matches will be played today. Well, that is all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Manipur reported 1 COVID-19 death and 128 new confirmed cases in the last 24 hours, rising state's tally above 11,000 mark. Screening for outsiders at COVID-19 screening booth in Jiribam's Bawapura on hold due to ceased work strike by outsourced staff. And India's confirmed COVID-19 cases crossed 63 lakh with over 86,000 new cases in the last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 98,678. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Until then, have a great evening and stay safe.